1954 Hillman California, 1.3 litre petrol, manual on the column. Imported into the country in 1983, or first registered in 83. Currently non-running. We've had it running, so I say that's not actually true. Not in a running state at this minute in time, but we did have it running off a separate fuel supply there into the carb. It's got an electronic fuel pump. We'll put some fuel in it. You can hear the fuel pump clicking away, but it just doesn't seem to be getting fuel into the carburettor. So I have had it running off a separate fuel supply. Engine turns over nice and free, no problems at all there. So bodyweight wise, we'll start off the bonnet, work our way around onto the interior, and then we'll have a look at the engine bay there. All nice and straight across the bonnet. It's going to want some paint in places. We've got some moisture underneath the paint there on the right hand side of the bonnet. Left hand side's all nice and straight, although wants a good polish. No corrosion underneath the headlights, all nice and tidy there. We've got a new grille to go with it as well. That grille is quite heavily pitted, but there's one here to go with it, all nicely wrapped up, so that's good as well. Quite a hard thing to find, I would think that. Nice and tidy across the front there. On the bumpers, again, wants a good clean and polish in places. No corrosion underneath the lights on the right-hand side. Down that right-hand side front wing, all nice and straight and tight. Like I say, the paint is a bit flat in places. It's going to want some paint work, but no corrosion coming through on the arch of that, and see all nice and tidy. Those big steels, painted steels with the chrome hubs trim. Across the lower half of the sill section on the right-hand side, you'll see some surface rust coming through there on the lower half. And again, some surface rust and some bits of bubbling on the lower half of the door on the driver's side. The camera just sort of picks that up there. You can see the little bits of runs of rust there coming through. A bleb here on the right-hand side door where the chrome trim is, and another one just underneath the scuttle panel where it meets the wing and the bonnet corner. Black roof there again, various little bits of paint flake and some surface corrosion across to the side there on the roof itself. Coming down the rear quarter, right hand side again, it's going to want some fabrication in places. You can see it might have had a panel at some point in there. You can see a little bit of bubbling around the seam there. And across the lower half of the rear quarter again, you can see a little bit of bubbling in the paint there on the lower half. Again, bits and pieces across that rear quarter. Down the rear, seams there onto the rear lights, nice and tidy. Rear bumpers in good condition. Across the rest of the boots, all nice and straight. We've got a bit of surface rust underneath there across the lower half with some bubbling underneath the paint. And again, a little bit of osmosis in the paint there underneath. Some surface bubbling around the hinges on the rear screen. All nice and complete. Like I say, we'll have had it running off a separate fuel supply. Left hand side rear quarter, you can see the bubbling there, slightly worse than the right hand side. Across there. I think I must have had panels in at some point for it to be rusting in the same place. And again, various little bits of surface rust across the top half. All okay across that left hand side door, but again, across the sill section, some bubbling, some rust coming through the paint there on that left hand side. As we come round into the interior now, door card itself's all alright, warrants a bit of a clean. Beige carpet set with a tan interior, again wanting a bit of a clean in there. There's some grubbiness to that, but no rips or tears to the seat itself. Painted steering wheels all good, dashboard's all okay as well. Headlining is nice and tidy. Again, that seat folds forward. Nice big spacious car, this one, with the roll down rear windows. Into the boot now. Again, we've got a spare corner glass there and a spare quarter light. Again, probably very hard to find that sort of thing. It's got a lovely curve on them. Passenger front. Again, all okay on the door card. Seat itself's all alright. Carpet set's all okay. Again, wants a bit of a clean in there. It's just fold forward as well. And again, rear seats are all nice and tidy there. Into the engine bay, actually, well, I have had it running. I'm going to show you turning it over once James gets his fingers in there
There are big fingers in there
to open that. If you want to just turn it over for us, James, like I say, it is free. You can hear the electronic fuel pump that's down there clicking away. But it's all nice and tidy in there, all nice and presentable. And now the battery's gone flat. You'll have to take our word for it. It does turn over, no bother there. That's absolute sod's law. It's one of those days today. And there you have it. Rather charming Hillman Californian there. The new grill's there to go with it. Currently not running, but we have had it running off a separate fuel supply, so please bear that in mind. It's going to want some recommissioning, that one.